Welcome back. I'm gonna keep this intro as short as possible because we are gonna try and keep this video under 25 minutes. Here's the deal. Last week, actually, by the time you're seeing this, a few weeks ago, I was watching YouTube, as I do, and I was watching Jen Loves, as I do, and she did her favorite 20 products from 20 different makeup brands in 20 minutes. So this is gonna be like a quick fire speed review, 20 different products from 20 different nail brands. So these nail products that we're talking about, some are gonna be drugstore, some are gonna be high end, some are gonna be pro only. And the reason for all of this mishmashi is because I had a hard time thinking of 12 different nail brands that I had used products from. Generally, I find what I like and I stick to it. Please note, these are in no specific order. Brands came to my noodle, I jot them down, and then I chose my favorite product from that brand. Some products are super duper specific and some are a little bit more general. Also, one more quick thing before we get into the actual products. I don't have every single product here with me at this moment. Some I don't have anymore, some I've gotten rid of, some I have like put into different containers for easier storage. So I will show you what I have, otherwise we will put up beautiful photos of these products that I'm speaking of. All right, let's jump in, let's do it. First, Glitter Bells. Obviously, that was the first brand that came to my noodle. I use it a lot, the Unbelievable gels. No surprise that I adore the Unbelievable gels from Glitter Bells. I have tried a number of different Unbelievable gels. I love them all, but I have a favorite for you. This baby here is Real Attraction from the Glitz collection. This one is my absolute all-time favorite Unbelievable gel. This is clearly a glitter and it does have a clear base, so it does become a little bit piecey when you apply it, so you're not going to get that amazing full cover one coat coverage necessarily with this. Like, you can fiddle with it a little bit and get that in one coverage in one coat, but because the glitter pieces are very, very small and they do seem to have slightly different sizes and shapes within them, not like clearly hexagon and clearly circle. They just go from like almost mica size to like a micro glitter, that sort of size. Like there does seem to be shards in here that are a little bit bigger that do add a little bit more shift sparkle to the nail. And it's not a silver, it's not a gold, it's like this beautiful rose goldy neutral kind of like minky neutral. This is my currently absolute favorite product from Glitter Bells. When I don't know what to do with my nails, I put this on it. When I don't know what to do with a client's nails and they want glitter, I put this on it. This is also excellent as a background for art because it is neutral and it's not like a holographic shine that's going to sort of distract from art. Oh, also this is excellent as a base if you're going to add more glitters on top, like loose chunky glitters. This is excellent to do that with. So the next brand is Ugly Duckling, and my current favorite product from Ugly Duckling, there are a lot of them, but right now it is Shtick It. It is at this point my favorite crystal glue. It's not a glue, it's a thick gel, and you can alter the viscosity of it depending on how warm or cool it is. So when it's really cold, it kind of looks crystallized. It may be shipped to you that way depending on where you live, the temperature outside. And my nail room is very cold. It can be very cold, so it does sort of crystallize, but super, super, super easy to fix. Just set it on top of something lukewarm and it will loosen up a little bit, and then the more you stir it and the warmer it gets, the looser it becomes. So depending on how you like to work with the product, that is up to you. I kind of prefer to work with it when it's still quite thick, so just barely out of that crystallization stage. I like to put it right where the crystals are gonna be. I don't wanna have to worry about it being where I don't need it. I just wanna blop it on where the crystals are, put the crystals on, blend it out of the way, top coat, good to go. And I've had pretty good luck with that product keeping crystals on for 2, 3, 4 weeks even. All right then, Fusion. This was a tough one because I use a lot from Fusion, just like I do Glitter Bells. So this was a tough one, but I am really loving their gel brushes. These ones have become my favorite application brushes for colors, for glitters, and for clear. I don't know what it is about them. I just really like the way they apply most products. So as you can see here, I have two, and as you can see, they have different handles. So this one that has the black crystal handle is for full colors. So it's for solid colors. This one that has the black and white crystals is for glitters. All of the brush heads are the exact same. And then there is just like this, but with all clear crystals on the inside, and that would be for your clear. I also do recommend a separate color brush. So you have one for dark colors and one for light colors, just so that you're not trying to get like red out of your brush before you use white or like a black, you know? I thoroughly enjoy these brushes. I love the brush head and how it is nice and thin and slightly curved, so I can get up really, really close to the cuticle without any effort, really, like without putting in too much effort or having to bend my brush in a weird way because of the curvature of the brush. And it's nice and thin. It's a number 6, I believe. Yeah, it's a number 6, but I find it's a little bit thinner than most 6s. I don't know, maybe I'm insane, but it works beautifulely on the pinky finger. I don't find that I have to get a smaller brush to do application on the pinky finger. It works just as well. Even on itty bitty nail beds, it just works so nicely. When I use these to paint the color on, because of the length of the bristles, I find it makes it so smooth. There's hardly any brush strokes. It really, depending on the product I'm using, if I'm using an Unbelievable gel, it kind of self-levels itself and there's no brush marks, and it's not dragging product off the nail and leaving it patchy. It's just beautifully coating the nail in gel. As I mentioned, same for clear. I can use this to encapsulate a nail if I need to. Like, the bristles are still firm enough and the bristles aren't like all wonky moving. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, Fusion brushes, love.
Yo, I have to hurry up.
Okay, next brand, ACRYIC. No surprise, I love their full cover gel tips. They are flexible, they are easy to adhere, they are soak off if you so wish to soak them off. If you don't want to soak them off, they're still easy to remove with a file. They are, did I say flexible? They're resilient. I love them. But one thing about the ACRYIC tips that I have noticed, aside from other tips that I have used, like the full cover tips, is their natural shape. There's still more of a C curve on their tips than there is on other brands. But I really like the ACRYIC because I find I can get them to work with lots of different kinds of nail beds. So if your nail beds are more flat, I can use a bigger size, use a little bit more gel. I can custom the cuticle area a little bit more and still have a nice C curve in the finished product. And I can use the same product on somebody who has a more curved nail. Whereas if we were gonna use their sculpted tips, I would have an easier time using them on somebody with my nail shape, but I would have a much harder time using them on somebody with flatter nail beds because they are so curved. It would be much harder to get them to fit properly. So yes, ACRYIC, they're natural nail tips, specifically the natural. I just find they're a little bit more versatile, if that's what you're looking for. Next brand on my list is Clear Jelly Stamper, and my favorite product from Clear Jelly Stamper is their sticky polish. I haven't used the clear sticky polish yet, unfortunately, but I love the black and the white, so I can only imagine that I would also love the clear. I love the sticky polishes. If you are on a budget, can I recommend to you the black and white sticky polish? Here's the deal. You can use them as black and white stamping polishes, like just black and white stamping polishes. And then you can use them as the sticky polishes as well. So if you are on a budget and you get the black and white sticky polishes, you have 2 colors within the bottle, but then you can put any color pigment on top. And let me tell you, pigments are much less expensive than stamping polishes. Use the white one for light colored things, use the black one for darker colored things. I mean, I obviously recommend building, if you like stamping and want to do a lot of stamping, build out your stamping polish collection as well. But if you are starting out and on a budget, those 2 are the 2. Well, and okay, and the clear one would be fantastic because then you're just getting the true color of the pigment over top and you're not getting the black or white underneath. So, but that's entirely up to you. They are fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And now that they come in larger bottles as well,
Baby.
Glitter Mix Canada, the armrest, perfect. For me and my clients, personally, it's the perfect height. Their arms sit on it, their hands sort of flop over the edge. My lamp can fit underneath it. It's easy to clean, it's easy to keep clean. It's got like a pleathery sort of top so that I can easily disinfect it. The legs are stainless steel or something, again, easily disinfectable. I think it's comfy to rest my arm on, and I like the height that my clients' nails are at. for me to work. So highly recommend. Luminary nail systems. I've spoken about Luminary nail systems many a time in the past. The Luminary product I am choosing is their matte top coat. It is a no wipe top coat, and it almost leaves the nail feeling velvety instead of like rubbery like some matte top coats can make them feel. I love stamping on top of it. I love painting on top of it, like doing art on top of it. It's like painting on paper. I can't explain it other than that. I also really love the viscosity of it, so it is thin enough to get into any nooks and crannies that you might have, like any little glitter bits. It's gonna fill all that in. Any abrasions from filing, it's gonna fill all that in and you're not gonna see them at all. I really, really love the viscosity of this top coat. I also love that it turns matte almost as soon as you put it into the lamp. You can watch it turn matte and you can kind of feel it change on the nail. It is a very interesting experience. Okay, Glitter Boutique. It's glitter. I love their glitter. Specifically, I have 4 here that I got, I got these a couple years ago, like before lockdown. So they are older. I don't know if they still carry these specific glitters, but these are my favorite glitters from Glitter Boutique. They are all round circle glitters. Royalty, which is a navy blue, a champagne gold, and like a chocolate brown, all different circle sizes. Mint chocolate, there's like a holographic teal, there is a silver, and then again a chocolate brown. Romance, like a light taupey gold that is very metallic. There's no holographic in here. Then there's a metallic like dark burgundy, and then there are matte light pink glitters. Lastly, I've used this one a lot in different videos, and it's called Berry Blast. And in here we have all kinds of different pinks, light pink, hot pink, and they're all holographic as well. So all different kinds of pinks and purples in here. Those are my favorite glitters, my favorite products from Glitter Boutique. I love pairing these over something like the Real Attraction Unbelievable Gel that we talked about at the beginning. Pairing something like these over top of that is my favorite way to use these. Next brand is Koopa Ink. I haven't used a whole bunch from them, but their Mani Pro E-File is fantastic. It is so quiet. The vibration, non-existent. The handpiece is a nice thickness. It's not too small, but it's not so big that like it's cumbersome, and it's not too heavy either. Like I have relatively small hands, and like they're not very strong. so it's not too, it doesn't bother me having to use it. It's not like too heavy in the back or anything like that. So the Mani Pro, it's a portable e-file. It doesn't need to be plugged in at all times. You can charge it. I've only charged it 3 times, and I've had it, I think I've had it longer than a year, and I swear I've only charged it 3 or 4 times. It holds a charge for a really long time. So if you are a mobile nail tech, if you have different stations in your salon, like you have your desk and then a pedicure station or something like that, if you need it to be mobile, it is mobile for you. If you work in a single area, pretty much like I do, I suppose you could just leave it plugged in all the time. I don't. I would just rather have less cords to deal with. So it is fantastic that it is cordless, because it is one less thing to have to be plugged in to that stupid outlet, the one outlet that I can reach. Next brand, China Glaze. Do people still talk about China Glaze? Like, do people still care about China Glaze? I have no idea, but I will tell you, my favorite of all time from China Glaze is Flip Flop Fantasy. I mentioned this in my Nostalgic Nails video. If you haven't seen that, there will be a link somewhere. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much about this because I spoke about it all about in that.
What?
I spoke all about this in that video, but this is my favorite China Glaze product. The regular polish, not the gel polish. I do have the gel polish, it's a slightly different color. That one was fast. Okay, Valentino is the next brand, and I have the Valentino Dust Collector. I had an American Nails dust collector, and dust got in the on-off button and it wouldn't work anymore. So in doing research for the best dust collector, the Valentino was at the top of the list, and a lot of nail techs that I know and follow use the Valentino and have had no problems, and they've been using it for years. So it was at that point that I was like, I am no longer going to look for the least expensive option. I am going to look for the best option, because it was less than a year that I had to buy another dust collector. So I should have just bought the best one to begin with. Tip from me to you. You think you're saving money, and in reality, you end up having to buy the more expensive one anyway. Oh, okay, this one's cool. Beauty Secrets. Doesn't sound familiar, does it? It's the, I think it's the Sally Beauty, like in-store brand, like their nail brand. You know, they have like nail files and all of the like your basics that you would need. So nail files were first on the list. As I was getting ready for this video, my bottle of acetone was in the way, and I realized that it is dusty and also Beauty Secrets. So I decided that this was my favorite product instead of the nail files, because those nail files I find overpriced. But this, it's acetone, it's pure acetone. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just relatively inexpensive for this big bottle. That's all. And it's from Sally's, so it's easy to get. Orly. Orly is a brand I have not looked at, spoken about, or had any interest in years. But then putting this list together, I was like, I need some nail brands. What did I used to use? And one of my favorite base coats was from Orly. So I had to go back into my memory. It was like a rubber base coat, like a sticky rubber base coat. It held on to polish like you would not believe. It was basically like the double-sided tape of the regular nail polish world. You know how in gel world we have primers and whatnot to act as that double-sided tape? No, that's basically what this was. It was like a double-sided tape for regular polish. But if you are somebody who uses regular nail polish, this was an excellent base coat. Okay, next brand is the Painted Desert. And again, it's the full cover tips. I love full cover tips. And I love the Painted Desert because they are a little flatter. So as I mentioned before, I can get away with using the ACRYIC ones on flatter nails. But if I don't have to, I'd rather use these. And they have even shorter nails. So the short from ACRYIC, they have even shorter, which is fantastic for my clients who have like really, really small nail beds. Like, I don't mean just like width-wise, I mean like from the fingertip to the cuticle, also very small. Or just people who don't want, who want like fingertip length nails. And they have like the squovely ones, which is a little more natural, and I have some clients who really like that shape. They also have extra small tips, which is excellent for kids. I don't work on children, but if you have and or work on children, excellent. Or just for people with really small nail beds. I don't mean short, I mean like narrow. It's just excellent. It's just easier, less work, right? You're not customizing the shape as much. It's just easier. Finger paints polish. These used to be at the top of my list when I was doing my own nails at home. Before I kind of got into gel, I was just using regular nail polish. My favorite product is basically just their nail polish line. I know it's very general. They have a gel line. I do not like it. Daily Charm is our next brand. I'm sure you have heard of Daily Charm. You would think it would be their charms. I'm not huge on nail charms. I have some clients who are really big, but it's not a big purchase item of mine. I love their foils. First of all, if you didn't know, Daily Charm is sold, you can go directly to their website. It takes 18 years to get things back. But Daily Charm is also sold at Creative Beauty and a couple other like smaller distributors. So if you're gonna order from Daily Charm, I highly recommend finding one of the other distributors. They come packaged like this, which is excellent for shipping because it is so small. This isn't gonna take up any room as opposed to being rolled up in a little tubey. I don't like keeping them in this for storage because this little sticky thing sticks to the foil and then just messes up the foil. So I don't like leaving them in here for storage, but their foil, it doesn't have that, you know how some foils you get, it has that like film on the back that you have to take off. It's like orange or brown and you have to like take that film off. And then in doing so, you're always worried that you're gonna take the entire design off of the foil and fuck it all up. You don't have to do that with these. These are just like ready to go. OPI. So my favorite product from OPI is silly, but my favorite product from them is their Expert Touch wipes. They're great. I like one, you can get them in big sheets and cut them smaller. It's a better bang for your buck. It's a better deal than getting them in the little cardboard containers, like the little those. That would be my favorite from OPI. I mean, I truly don't find them much different than any other lint-free wipe. I just happen to, that's what I like from OPI. Sally Hansen, another classic. This time drugstore classic. My absolute favorite product from Sally Hansen is their vitamin E cuticle oil. That is what I recommend to anybody who asks for a drugstore cuticle oil recommendation. I always tell them the vitamin E Sally Hansen. It's excellent, it's inexpensive, it's easy to apply, and you get a lot. You get a hell of a lot in there. And if I remember correctly, there's no fragrance. Gelish. I learned something new and I want to include it, and that is my new favorite product. One of my nail tech friends who also really likes Luminary started playing around with different builder in a bottle products, and she discovered that the foundation, the base coat for the structure gel products is actually the best structure gel product. So the foundation with the teeny little brush, that's the one that you would sort of scrub onto the nail as the base coat. She started using it as her builder, as her clear builder in a bottle. And when she brought that up to me, I was like, no way. It's excellent. The viscosity of it is fantastic. It's not moving too fast to the sidewalls or the cuticles, especially if you tip upside down. It's nice and clear. The brush is so nice to work with because it's so little, like stumpy and short. It's nice to use it to make it nice and smooth. I hope that makes sense. The brush works well and you don't need a separate base coat. Is that. Which is exactly like Luminary. You don't need a base coat, you use that as the base coat. Okay, last on this list, Sèche Vite. Sèche Vite, do they still exist? I haven't used their top coats in years. Oh, the top coat is the best product from them. The quick dry, non-shrinking, non-yellowing top coat. Oh man, that's a good top coat. It's nice and thick. It covers glitter beautifully. It doesn't drag art. It just floats over art beautifully. And like I mentioned, it's quick drying and it doesn't shrink. It doesn't yellow and it stays so glossy. And also it's an excellent top coat for wear. Like it prevents chipping and whatnot. Anyway, that top coat, it's excellent. Okay, my friends, those are the 20 nail products from 20 different nail brands in 20 minutes, I hope. Fingers crossed. Took me over an hour to film, so it's all in the editing.
Oh man.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Let me know what other nail brands that I didn't mention in this list. Let me know of those nail brands so that I can do this again with other nail products. Maybe specifically drugstore, or maybe specifically from Sally's, or I don't know. Give me your ideas. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, it's free. And I will see you in my next video, bye.